This is At Home with the Richburg, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. The co-hosts are NaTasha and Ericka Richburg. However, today I have a substitute co-host. This is my son, Marcellus Richburg. I'm so excited to have him for this episode. Season 2, Session 3. Having to give one grace. One thing I've learned over the years, that you don't know what you don't know. And when you come into a relationship, you just don't know what you don't know. So particularly from an expectation perspective of a woman, when the guy does something that she doesn't expect, she gets mad. Like, for instance, if you go out and buy her roses, and she hates roses, and you don't get the kind of flowers, sometimes we're not taught to give you grace because you didn't know. We just get mad because it's not what we want. Can you speak to that from experiences in your life?
Yes, so a lot of times it's very hard if you're in a relationship and you're dealing with somebody to kind of understand what it is that they like versus what you like. And a lot of times what I've been taught was it's not about, you have to treat a woman like a woman and treat a man like a man. You can't treat somebody based on different perspective, different values, different systems. You have to ask questions. A lot of times you don't even know what questions to ask.
True.
Which is okay.
True.
But however, if you put yourself in a position where it says, hey, you like flowers? Yes, I like flowers. But what kind of flowers do you like? Then that opens it up more. You can ask that question instead of, trying to just do what you think is best.
So if I just bring home a dozen roses, didn't ask you what you like.
Right.
Giving me grace not to know because you forgot to ask or didn't know to ask.
Exactly.
I think grace is not given out enough.
It's not.
It's especially in relationships.
Right.
And I know, especially when you went through that young adult phase.
Yes.
Oh my God. The level of
immaturity.
You want to say immaturity? I want to say stupidity. I think immaturity is better. I didn't understand that grace has to be given because you didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know. And now that I look at you as 35 years old, you finally get it.
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't give enough grace because I thought, Marcellus, you know better.
Yeah.
But you saw it, you heard it, but you didn't get it.
Yeah, and I didn't understand at that time.
You didn't understand.
Yeah.
So what do you do now as you raise your own children and you could tell they don't understand?
Yeah.
How do you give grace?
And I just give them grace by being patient with them because I know patience. Daddy was always patient with me. So he always gave me patience, always was there and made sure that I, knew that it was okay to make mistakes. So I know, my kids make mistakes. If they make mistakes, I have to let them know, okay, I've been there, I've done that. So I got to give them that grace. It's more important for that piece because me not always knowing the answer, I have to teach them, look, you're not always going to know the answer. You're going to fall a million times before you get up, I always go back to that story of the guy with the no hands and no legs, and he lost 1,000 matches before he won one. That I have to teach my kids that too. I have to give them the mistake grace. I have to give them the problems that they may occur. I think that's important.
I like that word, mistake grace.
Mistake grace.
I think more of us should practice mistake grace.
Yes.
Because I know being married almost 43 years, I didn't understand that I had to give more grace.
Right.
But I know one thing. If something happened that I didn't like, I would choose to believe the intent was there. It just didn't come that way.
Right.
That I wanted it. I didn't know that was grace. So we just need to practice giving people grace, especially with a lot of us being raised in a single parent home. Like I was telling Ericka, I didn't really realize I was raised in a single parent home because I saw my father if he came around and if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, because I didn't know who he was. I didn't realize it was single. So I needed a lot of grace when it came to relationships.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't see them. So I get it. So we all need to learn to carry it and express it to other people. I gave you grace for the stuff you put me through. Boy, I got so many gray hairs that got your name on it.
Yeah, I know about it.
So one thing, what I wanted to say is a lessons learned about that. Everybody operates from a different vibration in life, and everybody don't always understand. Just to give somebody grace till they catch up to your level of understanding is critical for any relationship. Parent-child, child-child relationship. Grace is the blessing we need along with forgiveness.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcellus.
You're welcome, Mama.
This is NaTasha Richburg.
And this is Ericka Michelle Richburg. You're listening to At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. This is a CNR Ministries production, the podcast At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. Recorded at Stages Music Arts, Studio A. Audio copyright 2025 by NaTasha Richburg. All rights reserved.